I see you, girl. I hear you. That scarcity mindset. This is just how much money I can make. I can't do anything about all this debt. I'm just not good at saving. I don't have enough money because I don't make enough and I have too much bills, right? And I want you to know that I was there once too, right? This is just as good as it gets for me, right? So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how I overcame that because it's not as hard as you think, right? Maybe you've been trying affirmations. I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise, I'm a millionaire, I easily attract money. And it's not working, right? Those didn't work for me because I didn't believe them, and there was always this very subtle kickback, this pushback from my mind that was like, yeah, this is wealth. You're kidding yourself, babe, right? But what I realized is that what I need is help from a higher power, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, right? And a daily or almost daily spiritual routine, prayer journaling practice where I ask for that help, right? So the one of the parts of my spiritual routine, my prayer practice that has, tripled my income, that helped me pay off over $100,000 in debt, that helped me start building, that nest egg that will ensure prosperity for me and my kids, right? Has three parts each day. And whenever I'm sitting and I'm focused, it takes less than 10 minutes. I get up in the morning, I start my coffee, I go ahead and feed the dog, and by then the coffee's done, and I sit down with my notebook. And if you're interested in watching me do this in real time or, in a video, actually write out the prayers, be sure to comment below so I'll know if that's something you're interested in. Part of me thinks that watching someone else write in a notebook is silly. In any event, three parts. Gratitude, self-praise, which I call Atta Girls, and then forgiveness, right? Or letting go of judgment, whichever's really on your mind right at that time. So first, I thank gratitude. I know you've heard about it a million times, but what makes my gratitude practice unique or I believe more effective is I look at the day before and I thank God or the universe for the specific things that happened. And this is going to be hard at first. Because your mind is so programmed and you're so used to, conditioned on seeing all the negative shit from yesterday. This didn't go right. That didn't go right. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right? But if you will start out morning, noon, and night. Okay, what happened yesterday morning that was good? Thank you for your help with my work, right? Thank you for that delicious salad. Thank you for your help with my computer. Thank you for the time alone last night. Okay, so afternoon. Thank you for the money that I made yesterday, right? Thank you for the time alone I had last night to work on my project, right? And it's easier to, instead of saying, oh, I'm so grateful for my health, and then you're like, except for that part where I have this nagging cough. If you say, thank you for my body that I went for a walk yesterday, right? Thank you for wealth. Oh, what about all this debt? Oh, what about that? But if you specifically say, thank you for the money that I made yesterday, your mind can't argue with that as easily. Does that make sense? The second part is, I call it Atta Girls. I'm from Texas. That's what we say. And an Atta Girl means, you did it. Nice. Good job, right? But it's going to be hard at first. All three of these things are hard at first because you're so used to seeing all the ways that you messed up yesterday, all the things that you did wrong, all the ways that you could have done better, right? So what did I do good yesterday? I stayed calm and cool whenever my computer wasn't working the way I wanted it to. I did the best job I could for my client, and I encouraged them that it was going to be okay when it didn't go our way, right? I ate salad for lunch when I really wanted to eat ice cream. I spent some time devoted to my project last night, right? Sometimes the gratitudes and the Atta Girls will kind of mirror each other, right? And the more that I do this, the more that I see myself in a positive light, right? The way God sees me, the way the universe sees me, the less critical I am of myself and others, right? Whenever my assistant comes to the door and says, I messed this up, I don't say, oh my God, you messed it up. The whole place is going to burn down to the ground. I say, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I bet you'll do better next time. And that's because I have trained my brain to be less critical and more Atta girly. I give more praise than I do criticism. And whenever I need to give some constructive feedback, I say, hey, next time, why don't you think about doing it like this, right? So, yeah, so we've got our gratitude, our Atta Girls, and the third part is forgiveness or letting go of judgment. So forgiveness. I tend to think of forgiveness as something that happened in the past, because it's certainly hard to forgive someone who's still doing the thing, right? So that I call more like letting go of judgment. So I can pray for forgiveness. God, please help me forgive my mother. God, please help me forgive my ex. God, help me see them differently. Help me find peace. Help me accept them as they are, right? And the prayer that I say whenever someone is bugging the hell out of me in the present and I'm judging them, why can't you just vacuum your floor? Why can't you be less angry? Why can't you do your job, right? Why do you drive so fast? It's my daughter. The prayer that I say is, God, please bless them. Please bring them happiness. And please show me if there's anything I can do to help, right? So those three practices daily. And if you wanted to do one practice 5 days a week and then add the second practice and do 2 5 days, it's about building the routine, right? Whenever I coach people individually, that's what we do. We do one thing at a time. It's like diet and exercise, right? You don't go on a crash diet. You can. It's generally not very effective. To go on the crash diet, the super crazy workout routine, to do all of the things at once. But if I walk 1 day a week for 2 weeks, then 2 days a week for 2 weeks, 3 days a week for 3 weeks, that gradual buildup is what is sustainable long term, right? And that's what we're looking for here. And a spiritual routine, a spiritual practice is like diet and exercise. It is like brushing your teeth. It is like cleaning your house. Doing a little bit every day or most days is better than trying to do it all at once a month, right? So yeah, overcome your scarcity mindset, girl. You could say, oh, it's easy for you, Amanda. You make a lot of money. Oh, it's easy for you, Amanda. You've got this or that, or you've got this education, or you've got this profession. It didn't come to me overnight. I built it over time and effort and building that relationship with my higher power, with God, with the universe, right? And guess what? You can do it too. And if you want my help, check out my website. I do offer one-on-one coaching. If you want a kickstart to this, I have a freebie worksheet that you can download. The link is down below. It's a 14-day forgive and receive challenge, right? Okay, friends. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and overcome that scarcity mindset so you can have abundance and prosperity. Love y'all.